If you stay with me to the end, there will be an extra bonus offer that you will see when we go through this. Now, let me play a little guessing game. If I were to imagine how you are feeling right now, if you're going through this process, let me guess what words would come to my mind. Overwhelmed, frustrated, maybe a little helpless because it feels a little alone, like you're going through this process alone. Trust me, I understand, I get it. But I don't want you to really feel that way. I want you to be able to go through this process fully educated, confident, and able to get the best results for you and your family. Now, we're going to go over the phases of this process and we'll get a little deeper into it as we move along, but just want to introduce the concept. There are four major phases within the process. If you ask your Peblo, they will tell you it's two, but I'm going to challenge you to open up your mindset a little bit and look at the entire process. The first phase is the military retention decision point, aka MRDP, recovery phase. The next phase is the MEB, the medical evaluation board phase. After that, phase three is the physical evaluation board phase. And then fourth phase is the transition phase when you're leaving the military. The main objective of what I want to do for you is to give you the education within all of these phases because it can be overwhelming. It can be extremely overwhelming. So we're going to go and talk about all the players and the people that are involved, the paperwork that you need to be familiar with, and then how you can prepare and organize some of those documents and review the regulations that goes along with the process. So the first phase is the military retention decision point, right? And this is when you're still on active duty or in the reserves, but you're not like deployable. You're on light duty. This phase can last up to a year or so. But once you've met the military retention decision point, they will move you into the integrated disability evaluation system, aka the medical board. Um, and you will proceed through that process, which we'll talk about next. So, phase two is the medical evaluation board phase. As an overview, the MEB will decide if one or more of your conditions listed on your profile meets the definition of a failing condition based upon retention standards. Another key step here, though, is that you will be filing for VA disability. Okay. Now, what you should expect in this phase is you should expect to meet your PEBLO, your military service coordinator, and just begin the process of the documentation, right, of being evaluated for that referred condition and all of the other claimed conditions that you will be filing for within your VA disability. Phase three is the physical evaluation board phase, and this is where the board will determine if you are found to be fit or unfit for duty. Okay. Based upon all the information that they received in the MRDP, the commander statements, all that great stuff. So if you're found unfit, you will receive an offer for severance or retirement. If you're found fit, then you will go back to living life as a military personnel. You should expect a decision at this point. A decision to see if you will be medically retired, which is 30% or higher for your referred condition, or separated where it is under 30% VA rating for the referred condition. Or in phase four, you will then just be transitioning out of the military, out processing, pretty much out processing the unit, out processing the installation, receiving your orders, and moving forward with life. So, which phase are you in? Are you in the MRDP phase, the military retention decision point phase, the MEB phase, the PEB phase, or are you just transitioning out? Regardless of whatever phase that you're in, I think it's important to ask this one question. What would you need? What is that one thing that you would need that you believe would help you to successfully go through this process that you're in currently and also move forward into the next process? Is it education? Is it having a conversation with others? Is it a community? Is it what is it? I would tell you one of the things that I wish that I had was a community of individuals that I could talk to that was outside of the system. But I'd be interested in knowing what would be that one thing that you would need that would help you successfully go through the phase that you're in and go into the next phase.